Hello, Hartgen. Iain MacIver here. During this most unusual festive year, where the normal events that we so look forward to at this time of year, Ceilidhs, concerts, even just getting together for dinner with family and friends, has all been put on hold. We have to work our way around it and try novel approaches to get together. So far, most of these involve some kind of online approach. Meetings, classes, and even parties have all gone online. Yes, this Vancouver Gaelic Choir Christmas greeting is one more example in order to bring you a little bit of cheer at this time of year. So as Chief of the Vancouver Gaelic Society, I would like to wish you all a Nola Criel agus Blianavur. Tap alive.
Fesgama, Smisha Andra agus Bumi Shine Tenor Sahosar. Falcha Don Clélie Akin. Hi everybody, my name's Andrew and I sing tenor with the choir. And I'd like to welcome you to our inaugural online Christmas Ceilidh. It's been a sad and a strange year for the choir. Back in the summer we lost a long-standing member, our president and soprano Roberta Milne. And on top of that, we haven't been able to meet and rehearse as we normally would. And we're hoping that by putting together this online event, we're able to connect with our friends and supporters across the province and beyond. We'd like to start by acknowledging that the choir meets, rehearses and performs on the unceded territory of the Coast Salish people. Now in Vancouver, that means the territories of the Musqueam, the Squamish and the Tsleil-Waututh nations. And it's important to make that acknowledgement because as we know, the interactions between incomers, Gaels and others, and Indigenous people haven't always been positive. And by making that commitment and that acknowledgement, we commit to rectifying some of those injustices of the past. Now, land and language are bound together through song and story. And that's true of the Indigenous cultures of this part of North America, and also of the Gaelic culture that the choir celebrates. And we're very lucky tonight to be joined by Lilwat singer and composer Russell Wallace. And Russell has put together a choral arrangement of a Lilwat welcome song. And that's how we're going to open this evening.
Hey, Hannah, hey, 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 hey, Hannah, hey.
Here are a few excerpts from Welsh poet Dylan Thomas's recollections of his own childhood Christmases, A Child's Christmas in Wales. One Christmas was so much like another. In those years around the sea town corner now, and out of all sound, except the distant speaking of the voices I sometimes hear a moment before sleep, that I can never remember whether it snowed for 6 days and 6 nights when I was 12, or whether it snowed for 12 days and 12 nights when I was 6.
Here's a reading in Gaelic from Luke chapter 2, verses 10 to 14, telling of the birth of Jesus Christ. An sa Gaelic, Seo léamh bhó Lucas a gá, Rain Dich go céir Dig, ag Ísio Mòran Ias a Christa. Agus thuairt an tail rua, na bíag ecolorh. Or, fiach ha mi ag Ísio gaibh, Jés geall mór aibnis. Is don ulle glói. Or rukke gaivinu, slanair. An de balagaivi, njach as Christ en tierne. Is bisho na koara gaiv. Joseph in Nuyen, paskje an de bratspeli, na laie an de prasich. Is baal, ba maliorische naio, kutoch voor, je armeltje neef. Mollig je, agus a gra. Glór do je, ams na harten. Agus talv, she. Jogen do Gagne.
All the Christmases roll down toward the two-tongued sea like a cold and headlong moon bundling down the sky that was our street. And they stop at the rim of the ice-edged, fish-freezing waves, and I plunge my hands in the snow and bring out whatever I can find.
Fatakia naun and stapel gan lepi gan tav Hayesa na hinech gan tuar an lard Hanarelt en snanjeven a shault in nuas an lenev vekvita choji plis chofuar Han krol en kuch gemrich a guske gasuain Ach jesen na ekinje chachunjes chagluash Mogul ashtse iase o shaul aram nuas Es voor ich rim huf gunchik matin mun kost Fandlug a hier niesen na fak mirim via Rim huve torst gulga gisem fak mi antia Bian ich klaun weken tul fat chudems fat raad Loskem miaal shint an uvach gnat riachs na njol Fate kian an stapel ken lepi ken tav Hayes an hine ken tuar an lar Hanerilt en snanjevan shaut in nuas an lenev vekvita choji plis chofuar.
Years and years and years ago, when I was a boy, when there were wolves in Wales, and birds the colour of red flannel petticoats whisked past the harp-shaped hills, when we sang and wallowed all night and day in caves that smelt like Sunday afternoons in damp front farmhouse parlours, the English and the Bears, before the motor car, before the wheel, before the Duchess-faced horse, when we rode the daft and happy hills bareback, it snowed and it snowed. But here a small boy says, "It snowed last year too. I made a snowman and my brother knocked it down and I knocked my brother down and then we had tea." But that was not the same snow, I say. Our snow was not only shaken from whitewash buckets down the sky, it came shawling out of the ground and swam and drifted out of the arms and hands and bodies of the trees. Snow grew overnight on the roofs of the houses like a pure and grandfather moss, minutely white-ivied the walls, and settled on the postman opening the gate like a dumb, numb thunderstorm of white, torn Christmas cards. There were the useful presents, engulfing mufflers of the old coach days, and mittens made for giant sloths, zebra scarves of a substance like silky gum that could be tug-o-warred down to the galoshes, blinding tam-o'-shanters like patchwork tea-cosies, and bunny-suited busbies, and balaclavas for victims of head-shrinking tribes. From aunts who always wore wool next to the skin, there were moustached and rasping vests that made you wonder why the aunts had any skin left at all. And once I had a little crocheted nose bag from an aunt now, alas, no longer whinnying with us, and pictureless books in which small boys, though warned with quotations not to, would skate on Farmer Giles' pond, and did, and drowned, and books that told me everything about the wasp, except why.
Ounce and dúlach yauri, lounce gye tua, biar an urne talavin, sein an rote kruai, Caheg sneacht hwr dalfrat ar gach sliaf. Ounce yn dwlach iauri fat o hian. Gia mor hach o bwag fod wach gyda'n har gach ni. Talaf ysbryd het ffwad ach nwyd hi gem ar ri. Ach sy'n dwlach iauri cawnlich prasich hian. Soch grich lepin lenepen ies Christ. Englen is ar stenglen, hein yn Còisir bin. Serapym seraphim, chrynich os y hyn. Get nach anich cache ach vanyan oi. Barach don gragach blas y poig. Cyt y hialas trwagan maram minish ga. Nan romi nam vuachil herek sinuan legrag. Glychges in sin luikin iawn y chwys fistri. Sy'n tial am gales sŵntach ulach cri.
For dinner we had turkey and blazing pudding, and after dinner the uncles sat in front of the fire, loosened all buttons, put their large moist hands over their watch chains, groaned a little and slept. Mothers, aunts and sisters scuttled to and fro bearing tureens. Auntie Bessie, who had already been frightened twice by a clockwork mouse, whimpered at the sideboard and had some elderberry wine. The dog was sick. Auntie Dosey had to have 3 aspirins, but Auntie Hannah, who liked port, stood in the middle of the snow-bound backyard, singing like a big-bosomed thrush. And I remember that we went singing carols once, when there wasn't the shaving of a moon to light the flying streets. At the end of a long road was a drive that led to a large house, and we stumbled up the darkness of the drive that night, each one of us afraid, each one holding a stone in his hand in case, and all of us too brave to say a word. The wind through the trees made noises as of old, and unpleasant, and maybe web-footed men wheezing in caves. We reached the black bulk of the house. "What shall we give them? Hark the herald?" "No," Jack said. "Good King Wenceslas, I'll count 3. 1, 2, 3, and we began to sing, our voices high and seemingly distant in the snow-felted darkness round the house that was occupied by nobody we knew. We stood close together near the dark door. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen. And then a small dry voice, like the voice of someone who has not spoken for a long time, joined our singing. A small, dry, eggshell voice from the other side of the door, a small, dry voice through the keyhole. And when we stopped running, we were outside our house. The front room was lovely. Balloons floated under the hot water bottle-gulping gas. Everything was good again and shone over the town. Perhaps it was a ghost, Jim said. Perhaps it was trolls, Dan said, who was always reading. Let's go in and see if there's any jelly left, Jack said. And we did that.
Fesca Maguvula, is Miss Seumas Gagne, agus Hamid China Fukov a new Vo Seattle. Hamin Dochos Givil a Huludunya, a fine Almanalaki Guma Kiriel and Bliana, Gagnans Gujana Hagowalatis and Hill. Shawakam Guiv Oran a Raimihin, son Còisir Gaelic Vancouver Skiura, O Hyundav Liana. Shawguiv Rail Dochos Nanri.
Here's another reading in Gaelic from Matthew chapter 2, verses 10 and 11, about the wise men visiting baby Jesus. Agus anish, seo lévig ans elle ans a Gaelic, bo mata a ga, rein dich agus an diog. Muna druyen a tuil pasje iasa. Agus nuair a chunig iad an réal, rein iad garstikis, le aibnis rohór. Agus dalasteach gaibh don tu, huir iad in nuyen Mallory a bháthair múra. Agus chuit iad sias, agus rein iad áru ga. Agus fiscalach an éanamhas gaibh, thug iad a ga tiolagan. Or, agus túis, agus mír.
Always on Christmas night there was music. An uncle played the fiddle, a cousin sang Cherry Ripe, and another uncle sang Drake's Drum. It was very warm in the little house. Auntie Hannah, who had got onto the parsnip wine, sang a song about bleeding hearts and death, and then another one in which she said her heart was like a bird's nest, and then everybody laughed again, and then I went to bed. Looking through my bedroom window out into the moonlight and the unending smoke-coloured snow, I could see the lights in the windows of all the other houses on our hill, and hear the music rising from them up the long, steadily falling night. I turned the gas down. I got into bed. I said some words to the close and holy darkness, and then I slept.
See the changes that have come over me these past few days. I've been afraid that I might drift away. I've been telling old stories, singing songs, make me think about where I came from. That's the reason why I seem so far away today. Let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. Now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I have moved and kept on moving, proved the points that I needed proving. I've lost some friends that I needed losing, found others on the way. And I've tried and kept on trying, stolen dreams, yes there's no denying. I've traveled hard with conscience flying, somewhere with the wind. Let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. Now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. The empty room for his choir, flames have cooled, won't get any higher. They've withered now, they're gone. And I'm steady thinking my way is clear, and I know what I will do tomorrow when the hands have shaken and the kisses flowed. I will disappear. Let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. Now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Oh, summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick the wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon pure and crystal fountain, and around it I will lay all the wildflowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick the wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love won't come with me, I will surely find another to pick the wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick the wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick the wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? Out on the Myra on warm afternoons, old men go fishing with black line and spoons, and if they catch nothing, they'll never complain. I wish I was with them again. As the boys on the boats call the girls on the shore, teasing the ones that they dearly adore. And to the evening, the courting begins. I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade to 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Well, out on the Myra on warm summer nights, bonfires blaze to the children's delight. They dance round the flames, singing songs with their friends. I wish I was with them again. And over the ashes, stories are told of witches and werewolves and Oak Island gold. The stars on the river, they sparkle and spin. I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Well, out on the Myra, the people are kind and treat you to homebrew and help you unwind. And if you come broken, they'll see that you mend. I wish I was with them again. So now I'll conclude with a wish you go well. Sweet be your dreams and your happiness swell. I'll leave you here for my journey begins. I'm going to be with them again. We're going to be with them again.
Siarad am gwyf Mòran a ha gymasáiste son dunne mar a ha mi hyn a ha ciwndrain iach chorachan. Ions ag mi yn oran sio fo clar ag Julie Wallace agus an diw ha mi gahain gysáiste son yn dunne am dag bar. Siarad am gwyf big an jach sio yn live Mòran.
Show and live Mòran.
Siawach yn gwyf o'r yn y blian o'r. An yn Seattle y chiad lad yn fliana bu grwn yn yr alman cwrst fo tai gwtai ffat yn la. Y geichio, y gol, y dawnsi, y sein, agos y ffyrbiawnach gyn yn tai y son y bliana. Agos a mesg o'r ein ele, sio fer y fi sy'n y sein eich gach tai. Siawach yn gwyf o'r yn y chali. agus ha min dochas could be an avlana fata na seo na hanuri. Cheery and Rast.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed watching that as much as we enjoyed making it. There's a few people we need to thank. We have to thank, of course, all of our performers who gave their time so generously and put on some amazing performances for us tonight. We have to thank Russell for the welcome song at the start of the evening, and also special thanks to Dubravko, our composer and choir master, who has the technical wizardry to put the whole thing together. And once again, thank you, all of you, for watching.